Vakin, Revolution, number 36. More big lies from Genocide Joe Biden. In a recent speech, Joe Biden used the occasion of Holocaust Remembrance Day to proclaim that we've seen a ferocious surge of anti-Semitism in America and around the world. Of course, all decent people should and do strongly oppose actual anti-Semitism, hatred of and attacks on Jewish people. But that is not what Biden is really going after. His speech was especially aimed at the protests that are taking place on college campuses and in the larger society against the actual genocide that is being carried out right now, right before the whole world. The genocidal slaughter of Palestinian people by Israel with the full backing of the U.S. The heading of an Associated Press AP article reporting on this Biden speech clearly indicates that these protests are the target of Biden's slander. Quote, in Holocaust remembrance, Biden condemns anti-Semitism sparked by college protests and Gaza war. Unquote. As I sharply pointed out in message number 31, the claim that these protests are characterized by anti-Semitism, including supposed threats or acts of physical violence against Jews, and calls for genocide against Jewish people, is another big lie, which is also propagated by Democratic Party politicians. The truth is this: the expression of hatred against Jews, physical attacks or threats of such attacks against Jews, or actual calls for genocide against Jews are in no way the essential content and character of these protests. Claims of anti-Semitic statements and actions have been fabricated or greatly exaggerated by the powers that be and their propaganda machinery in order to distract attention from the real genocide against the Palestinian people and to justify the vicious repression of people opposing this genocide. In this speech, Biden once more pledged his full support and continuing aid to Israel in carrying out this genocide. Quote, my commitment to the safety of the Jewish people, the security of Israel, and its right to exist as an independent Jewish state is ironclad, even when we disagree. Unquote. As I have shown in these messages, particularly number 6, and is demonstrated by what is going on right now, the security of Israel relies on and is enforced through the continual vicious oppression and outright slaughter of masses of Palestinian people, including huge numbers of children. Protest against this is not anti-Semitism. As voiced by many Jews who are actively taking part in these protests, opposition to this genocide perpetrated by Israel is in the best tradition of the declaration, never again. Never again shall the kinds of terrible atrocities and horrific genocide of Jews perpetrated by the Hitlerite Nazis during World War II be allowed to take place against any people. And it is all the more outrageous when genocide is perpetrated by Israel in the name of the safety of the Jewish people. No one should be fooled by Biden's crude attempts to smear the righteous protests against the actual genocide he is fully backing. Instead, people should look beneath the raggedy camouflage of Biden's lies to see the real, truly monstrous nature, not just of genocide Joe Biden himself, but more fundamentally of the system of capitalism imperialism, of which Biden is a vicious, violent functionary and enforcer. To once again repeat this crucial understanding, the reason Biden and the government and ruling class of this country as a whole are fully behind the genocidal actions of Israel is because Israel plays a special role as a heavily armed bastion of support for U.S. imperialism in a strategically important part of the world, the Middle East. And Israel has been a key force in the commission of atrocities which have helped to maintain the oppressive rule of U.S. imperialism in many other parts of the world.